for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Green Bay Packers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break. Mike, 28. Coming to you, coming to you.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 20.
Definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Airing it out for Hamilton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Hey, high 7, 5.
From the 36, Jones is going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Watch the screen. 22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Yeah.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now Jones. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Right there. Begin it.
Throwing Jones. And a big loss loss here as he's taken down.
Ready.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Go. Ready.
Back to throw. Jones. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Ready. First and goal at the 3-yard line. 54. I got you. Blue draw. Go.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Room here to run. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2nd and 5. He's able to find Wallace. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You must be true. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead. An extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Packers 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. It's a party now. It's a party now. Check 31, check 31. Greystone travel. Mike 54. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Let go.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's put him on the snap.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 16.
Bravo.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers! A 16-yard touchdown. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here we go, here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You got three. Hey, team 6, team 6.
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
59. Hey. Check 59. Hey, let's get them rolls. Check 59, Mike.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball is intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 36, Jones. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 48 yards. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first down carry here for Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but Only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watch the whip. 22-jet bombers. 22-jet bombers. Now. Get it.
Now Jones on 1st down, being chased out left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Ready.
Here's Jones, throwing again.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line, I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Jones on 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Again, it's Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw complete to Washington. A good pickup there of 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
61, matchbox lights.
At the 11-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Jones, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The point after is good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's Jacobs. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jacobs. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Hey!
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Zoo. Yes. You got motion man right there. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike hit.
Jones now operating from the gun. That's taken in by Callaway. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Go.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. They're going to look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Back to throw. Jones. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Throwing on first down, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter.
Ready, ready! 18 Gator. Let's go! Smooth! 59 Mike, check, 59.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
Passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground?
And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. He'll drop to throw. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he lost the football, and the Packers pick it up, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Jones, escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Packers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first. Throwing Jones. And this is incomplete. The rookie first-rounder, Jonathan Abram, there to knock it away. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Look at me, zipper. hit it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught, that they say, out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
132 fighters.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Block 54.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.